Welcome to Empower with Omazi, and today in this episode I have my bestie. I've been waiting so long to sit down with her and chat, and you guys I can't just wait to hear her story. So I won't waste a lot of time. I want to give her the opportunity to introduce herself.
Wow, thank you very much, Omazi, for giving me this opportunity. It's been a while, and I'm so glad that I have this platform to share with so many people in the world. You being a closest friend of mine, I know you know a lot about me, yes, but this is the time that I can talk to people. I can tell them how life has been, how it's been an amazing journey with God's grace till this moment. So if I can start, my name is Stella Mwakio. So I am a quality assurance manager working with the clinical research industry with the University of Oxford currently. When I graduated in school, so I've been all through in clinical research. I've never been in other, from graduation, I've never been in other avenues. It's just been research. So I must say I'm very rich in clinical research. So that's what I'm proud of at the moment. It's been a journey, yes. I must say it's been a journey, but that's Stella. At the same time, also a mother of 3 and a wife as well.
Wow, thank you so much. And I admire your growth. I admire your resilience, your journey, and just the spirit of not giving up and keeping on pushing. So, guys, just a disclaimer: this is like my personal friend. She's no longer even a friend. She's a family to me. So this will be very hard to interview her, or it might be very easy.
I know.
So I can't even predict how it's gonna go, but I'm sure you're here. Like, just stay here to the end and hear this amazing testimony. So how was it? How was it growing up?
So I was born in Kilifi. Kilifi is in the coastal region, but I come from Taita Taveta County. So I'm from Taita. My parents are all Taita, but by default or by chance, I was born in Kilifi. Grown in Kilifi. I went to school in Chumani Primary School. That's where I started, and then went to Taita for my high school, and then still in the coast for my college and university. So I have been a coastarian person, I'll say. Since birth until university. I've just been the coast, even married in the coast. So I don't even know about other countries apart from when I was doing my rural attachment. That's when I went to Eldoret. So that's the only time that I was able to just move out of coast. But that's where I've been. I've grown until now. I moved to the UK.
You have a background in clinical medicine and stuff. So tell us a little bit about transitioning from your clinical medicine to now a quality assurance manager in the UK.
Wow. So as I stated, so I was in college in Mombasa Medical Training College, training as a clinical officer. That was my platform in terms of my clinical background. And so I did a diploma in clinical medicine and surgery. And then after doing that, so I got a chance to be employed by Research Institute, that's Kenya Medical Research, that's in Kilifi. And then from then my interest really grew in research, because I was working as a clinical, as a research clinician at that time. And so from that, I was able to further my studies and do management, that's health systems management. And doing health systems management, my interest really grew in total quality management. And so that's when I ventured into quality assurance. And I trained as a trial monitor. So I've been monitoring clinical trials just to see that clinical trials are conducted according to the clinical guidelines that are expected. So that has been my journey until I moved to the UK to work as a quality assurance manager. But me transitioning to a quality assurance manager, the main backbone has been the clinical medicine that I did as a diploma. That was my main backbone to help me maneuver into the quality assurance role. And so because you're working as a clinical research, you need to understand the clinical background You're looking into the rights of the participant, the well-being of the participant, you need to understand the safety issues, the safety that concerns the clinical trials, what the participants are involved in, what vaccines are being given. So that background really helped me to move into the quality assurance manager role that I am in currently.
Yeah, and I know like a lot of clinical officer, because I'm a clinical officer as well. I did a clinical medicine. We did it clinical medicine together.
Together, yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot of people out there that are discouraged in terms of like clinical medicine is not globally known, as you understand. Like it's more in the East Africa region and maybe a few other countries in Africa. But then if you're trying to like venture opportunities outside, then it becomes a challenge. Or when you land in a different country as a clinical officer, then you realize, oh my God, I have to start from scratch. So what can you say, or what can you tell someone out there who has just graduated, or who is trying to think of what else can I do on top of this clinical medicine that can help me expand my career outside clinical medicine, or on top of that?
Okay, that's a good question, Umazi. And I feel that we are really limiting ourselves in terms of clinical medicine. With clinical medicine, some that you can venture into different areas. And so I agree that clinical medicine is not globally known, or maybe the term could be known differently in different countries in terms of internationally. But I will say that anyone who has done clinical medicine can have an open mind to do further studies, and they can venture into other things that are still in line with clinical medicine. As I speak now, as a clinical trial monitor and a quality assurance manager, it is the clinical background that has helped me to be at this place, and I can be able to understand so many things because I did clinical medicine. So I am a very proud clinical officer to say so, because I know for sure anyone who's done clinical medicine can venture into anything else. We just need to be open-minded, not limiting ourselves to just making prescribing. You can, if your passion is into the clinic and you want to prescribe, well and good. But if you feel like you want to venture into some other things still in the health industry, we have clinical trial assistants, we have clinical project managers who have clinical backgrounds, we have research practitioners, we have research nurses. These are people who have worked, who have done clinical medicine, and they come into this country and they venture into doing like research practitioner. They are there in the clinical research arena, and using their clinical medicine background to fit into the system. So we should not really limit ourselves. We can open the wings and venture into other things.
I love that. I love that.
Yeah.
That is really like key. It's important to know, because I will say like in different countries, they might have the same profession, but in different terms. Like when I moved to Canada, I immediately knew there's no clinical medicine, but then I was like, what is it that is close to it? I started asking about nurse practitioner. It's a whole different path, but then they have something they call physician assistant.
Yeah.
It's typically the same thing as clinical officer is doing in Kenya. So I was like, wow. So you just have to like, again, be open-minded, research a little bit more, try to see what else can I do like with this background that I have. So I love the fact that you mentioned that. What would you say like was part of, or rather like one of the challenges that you encountered during this career, like as a clinical officer, as a research quality manager? What is the biggest challenge you say like you faced, and how did you overcome, or how did you navigate that?
Okay, I think so. For me, I'll say the biggest challenge is just getting an opportunity to showcase yourself and even tell the people who you are. So I will say Cambry really gave me a good platform. So when I say Cambry here, I mean Kenya Medical Research Institute, because my manager will give me the opportunity to either lead a trial or coordinate. I would say as a clinical officer, but I'm coordinating a trial. So if you're coordinating a trial, you've been given the platform to either do the regulatory submissions, you see, do the what is necessary or what is required to be done. So from there, then you're able to gain that experience. So the challenge has been, if you're not given that opportunity to be able to do it, then you will not be able to learn. Because we've had so many either clinicians or clinical officers who have not had that chance to be either to be trained to be more than just a clinical officer. You get, so if you do not get that opportunity to do that, then you will not be able to know what platforms are available. But if
Yeah.
you have mentors, if you have people that you can ask, we should not shy away to ask. We should not keep quiet. Let us ask, let us network to different people who can help us to know what specifically we can do, what we can venture into, rather than just keeping quiet. Because if you just have your certificate as a clinical officer and you decide that you just want to prescribe, then that's fine. But still, there are so many opportunities outside there. So
Right.
given that opportunity, I think people can be able to venture into different things. Yeah.
Yeah, you've said a very something that I always like seeing every time I speak about mentorship, about
Yeah.
networking, about
Yeah.
asking and taking yourself outside where the opportunities are, and you're not shying away from asking. You know,
Yeah.
so who are these? Like, have you had like some of the mentors that have been supporting you in your journey? Some of the people that you really admire and look up to, and like, oh my God, she's doing it or he's doing it, I can do it. Or you reach out to whenever you face challenges, or whenever you're trying to consult, like, how can I make a decision or make a certain decision? Do you have some of those mentors?
I must admit, her name is Helen Barsasio. She was my line manager, and I think she saw the passion that was in me in terms of quality management and even auditing of study
Yeah.
material. And she was like, Stella, I can see this in you. You can do this. I was like, really? Can I do it? Yes, you can. So she's the one who really pushed me to be into this and to be who I am today. Because I look at her and I'm like, if this is a woman who can make it, I am also a woman.
Yeah.
I look at different women, I'm like, if they can do it, then I can as well do. So she's one of the people that I will say she has really been pushing me to do and to be who I am today, and I'm so thankful for her.
Wow, thank you, Helen, for making a difference in Stella's life. We appreciate
Yeah.
you and keep doing what you're doing. You're doing amazing work.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
So, biggest achievement in your journey, biggest achievement in your career journey, in your life, anything. Tell us.
Okay, so for my biggest achievement, I'll say is being what I wanted to be. I remember when I was in my form 2, I remember this was very prophetic in terms of, I was telling my mother, she's not deceased, but I was telling her that, Mom, I'm just counting, like in 7 years to come, I will be someone who will be either in a position that I could be making decisions. And she was like, if that's what you want, then you will be. And I must say that where I am now, people can consult me, people can ask, and I'm like, is this the Stella? People can ask me about quality assurance issues and decisions to be made, you see. So that's a great achievement to me. From when I tell you about my background, it's really been a journey, but I think we'll have another platform to just discuss more. But I will say, from where I come from until this moment, that has been my greatest, because this is what I really desired, and
Right.
that's where I am now, and looking forward to great things ahead.
Great opportunities ahead.
Yeah.
Amen to that, and we are tapping into that grace, and we are
Thank
we are claiming that in Jesus'
thank
mighty
you.
name.
Thank you. Thank
And
you.
it's the power of your prophesizing your life. And whenever
Yeah.
like you hear those voices speaking to you, like whether you're sleeping, whether you're eating, whether you're just like staring at something, and sometimes you can just hear those voices of like, this is what I want to be, or this is what I want to do. Don't
Yeah.
like I just say, don't ignore those. Like, speak and,
Yeah.
and claim those ones, because you never know.
Very true.
That is your dream, and dreams are valid.
Dreams are valid, my dear, and even the power of the tongue and what you speak about yourself, it's very valid. Most of
Yeah.
the time we feel that, oh no, I can't do it, oh no, I can't make it. I think from where we come from, we've just been trained, oh, you either shut up, or when people are speaking, you cannot voice out and speak, you cannot defend yourself. But
Yeah.
for me, I must say, no. If you feel that you need to speak out, if you feel that you need to tell someone something, that is the opportunity that God has given you to tell them. So just voice it, say it the way it is. You don't have to be guilty of anything or even feel maybe, oh, I did wrong or something like that. No, if it's a matter of airing out what you feel, voicing out, then that should be the way to go, so that
Yeah.
we are not seen as if we are people that who cannot even speak for ourselves.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I agree with that 100%. Actually, that was my next point because, like,
Wow.
as an African woman, there are so many expectations, and you're just expected to be in a certain position, and that is your position, and you cannot go outside that box. And so,
Yeah.
like, it's very important to even encourage someone out there who is trying to, like, well, my community is expecting for me to, like, I've just graduated high school. This is the pathway I need to follow, and that's it. So having even that voice to, like, speak your mind and air what you really really want to do. Has there been any, now speaking of that, has there been any cultural challenges that you've had to, like, overcome, or any community expectations, any family expectations that were like, people expecting you to be this, but you really want to be this side? And how did you navigate that to encourage a young woman out there watching today?
So as a woman, I think we've been just trained that, okay, after you've done, you just need to get your basic education, especially
Right.
from the cost. Just
Right.
get your basic education, and then after that you're married off.
Yeah. Yeah.
But that's not the case. I'm not of the Gen Z generation, but I will say that should not
Tell
be
me
the case.
about that.
That should not be the case, because now uh, we have responsibilities as we speak. A lot of responsibilities that a woman should carry. So we need to get ourselves into that cocoon of saying that I am a woman. I just need to finish up either my form 4, I get married off, and get children, and that's it. No, 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 no. We have people. If you have children, you have children who are looking up to you as a mother to show them the way. Because right now the Gen Zs are like, life is for everyone. It's
Yeah.
for everyone. So it's not about this is for a man, or it's not about this is for a woman. And
Mhm.
even when you talk about marriage, when you're talking of the head of the house, the husband as the head of the house, he will need to have the neck with the wife that is very strong and very very stable, to hold that head.
Otherwise, the head will fall.
So yes, so if the neck is not stable, that head will be like, oh, it cannot be stable.
Oh my goodness. Very true.
And right now, men are running away from women who are not are not educated. So
Yeah.
yeah, so
Because
so
they need
that's a big challenge for our women. But I must say, we with I think the generation that are coming, I really like that, because now the notion is really changing, and we need to make sure that we really value education.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
sure. And I know you've just moved to the UK with your family, with your new role. How has that been for you, even balancing
Uh,
everything?
it was not easy. It was not an easy journey for me, but I thank God that we have managed, and by the grace of God, within 1 year, my family has been able to join me. My husband is here with me. My children are here with me. My husband has a job here, so I just thank God. It was not easy because I had to come fast. Because in terms of preparation and all that, it wasn't easy just to come with the whole family from the word go. So I needed just time to come and find or get my feet down, make sure that I am able to either look for a good house for my family, make sure that they're able to, when they come in, they have a good place to stay. So I had really to make sure that I get some time to plan for myself very well. And that's what I did. So I came in around July last year. And by December, my children joined me, and then by this year May, my husband and my smallest child also joined me. So yeah, I think I was able to plan myself, so it wasn't that frustrating. I think the only stress was when I was away from my kids. That's the thing that was really stressing me. But right now, I'm so glad and I thank God that we are here.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, and they're now in school.
Congratulations for that
Thank you.
transition. It's not
Thank
an
you.
easy transition, especially when you're moving and you're leaving your family behind. And a lot of people are stuck between, like they are in a dilemma. I
Yeah.
really, really want to move, but then I cannot move immediately with all my family members. How do I navigate that? It's important for you to say, like you plan yourself ahead. You plan ahead.
Yeah.
So it wasn't really getting talking about balancing roles, how do you find time to like do mentally take care of yourself or even physically, like self-care, between being a mother, between being a wife, being a career woman, and in a foreign land? So how do you find that space to like get your self-care time or my me time, or how do you do that?
Oh wow, that's so good because if I don't think about that, then I think I might find myself just lost in either my
Yeah,
hobby and the
yeah.
kids, school droppings and the pickups and just the work.
Mm-hmm.
So anyway, I thank God because so the university that I work with can allow some few days that you can work from home. So at
Wow.
least with that, I'm able to sometimes to balance and
Right.
to balance with the school pickups and the droppings, and
Mm-hmm.
then uh, balancing with family is not easy, but I work Monday to Friday, so I have the weekends to make sure that I am with my family. So my me time will be either I go to church on Sunday. After church, then I'll have my me time, and I'm like, oh, now this is my time. I can look good. I can decide whether to make my hair. I can decide to make my makeup just myself,
Yeah.
or just have a free time and just meditate upon my own things on my own. And at that time, sometimes maybe my hubby has taken the kids for a walk or they've gone to the park. So I have to find some time for myself as well, because it's not easy as a career woman balancing with 3 kids in the UK. I am used to the Kenyan way where you have a nanny who can help me take care of the kids. You need to take care of the house, do the cleaning, that all that. So it's not easy, but at the same time, we have to find a balance.
True, true, true. Because mental health as well is very important. You have to be okay for yourself to take care of your family and all that.
Very true.
Someone
Very
I
true.
was just chatting with a friend of mine, and she was like, if you're a married person, it's very important to have a supportive partner because otherwise you might just end up losing it. So
Very true. Very true. Very true. I agree. I agree.
a word of encouragement for a young woman who is looking at Stella today and just admiring where she is, working for, the best university, research university in the world, in the UK, like looking at your life and just like, oh my God, I just want to be where she is. I just want to, she's admiring you right now. So, but maybe, she doesn't even know where to start. So a word of encouragement to a young woman outside there.
So for me, what I will say is, I think we have so many people who are very resourceful. Uh, just asking, using your phone to Google. Don't say that I didn't know, because you can Google and get information. Maybe when you want to either check if this is fact or something like that. But there's a lot of information outside there that someone can learn. Because there was someone was asking me, Stella, how did you get this
Yeah.
job in the UK? So
Yeah.
I think people will think, oh, either it's an agent who will apply for you, or maybe there's someone that a connection who will do it for you. But I got a website, and I went in and I checked for the job and I applied for the job. So it's just a matter of just being getting information, searching for information. Just let us have the hunger of searching for information, networking with people, asking people, then think it's possible. It is very possible. Someone's desires, you can go for it and you can do it. Yeah.
Now, this, as I mentioned, this platform is, we are here to empower women. We are here to encourage other women, to create or raise awareness on so many different things. And I know you're not very active on social media, but you are, but you're very active in the community as well. And you have been, for such a long time. So I
Mhm.
just wanted to talk about how you've been using these platforms, whether physically in the community, whether on social media, to empower young women in our communities.
Okay, okay. Thank you. Because I have people who will come into. Okay, I'm not very active on social media, yes, but people will come into my inbox. Those who have my numbers, and they will be asking me, Stella, how can I do this? How can I go about this? And how, what sort? So for me, I will say that it is very possible to do what you want. It is very possible to do what you want. And so if it is a young person outside there and the community that we are looking forward to, either the people who are growing and we want to nurture them, let them just be open to ask us. Because for me, if you don't ask me, I will not know that this is what you're looking for, you know.
Right, right.
So different platform like this, like the Empower with Umazi, I think it's a good platform that we can tell people that we are here. People can ask us, we are here to help them. We are here to help them either get to know what needs to be done or the best way to do it, because we have either it's in research. I've been there in research, and so I know the networks. I know the different ways. I know the different platform that people can either go through, and or depending on the desire that someone wants or what they want to do. So these are the best platform. I think I do not have any other platform, either my Facebook account or.
Yeah.
But getting a platform like this, I think for me it's good because I can tell people, because that has been my desire.
Wow, wow. Thank you. And I know we will be bringing you back again here, like not even once, not twice. We will be
Yes.
hosting you again in this show. Thank you so much for joining our platform today. And we are looking out to hosting you again in the near future. So until next time, guys, bye.
Bye. Thank you, Empower with Umazi. Thank you for this platform. Thank you. You're really doing an amazing, amazing job. And God bless you, my dear, for that.
Amen. Thank you so much, Stella.